On a stormy night, the local newspaper decided to cite a rumor. A missing citizen had vanished near the old manor. The place was quiet and strangely civil, yet every classic ghost tale warned people to stay away. At the close of day, the moon shone closely, throwing long shadows inside the manor. The old roof began to collapse with a loud collapse of wood and dust. The sound was a combination of thunder and screams. No comfort could comfort the frightened visitors. A voice seemed to command them to run, as if some dark command ruled the house. The mayor formed a commission to commission a study of the house. He made a public commitment to fix the danger and called a committee of experts. Ghost stories were commonly told about this complex, and the tale grew more complicated with each retelling. A missing component of the mystery was the strange concentration of cold air in the cellar. The concept of ghosts was a real concern, and locals began to concern themselves with every sound. They were truly concerned for their children. The experts would conduct an investigation. Their careful conduct gave the villagers some confidence. But a strange conflict arose when two hunters began to conflict over who saw the first shadow. It was confusing, and everyone tried to stay conscious of every move. One old conservative man, a known conservative, said the house needed more consideration before any change. The villagers wanted a consistent plan and a constant guard. The bell rang constantly, warning of danger. Engineers came to construct new supports, but the construction itself felt cursed. A contemporary artist announced a spooky art contest, hoping to contest the fear with creativity. Some planned to contract builders and to contract ghost hunters too. Others wanted to contribute money. Their contribution was welcome. A priest tried to convert the crowd to faith, and soon people felt convinced the house had an evil core, a core of darkness. The corporate sponsor and the town council joined forces with the county sheriff. It took courage to face the unknown. Suddenly, a window crash shook the room and the glass crashed to the floor. Everyone thought it was the sign of a terrible creation, maybe some dark creature. Reporters came to credit the brave crew of ghost hunters, but soon a crisis began. "We have only one criterion," said a leading critic, giving a critical speech full of criticism. Some tried to criticize his ideas, but the crop of journalists called it crucial to listen. A sudden cry filled the hall. The priest promised that prayer could cure the house, a cure for the evil. But the current of cold air grew stronger. The stairs formed a sudden curve and seemed to curve more with each minute, their shape strangely curved like a snake. Later, the mayor agreed to date the official report and to debate the findings in a long debate. The town had to face its debt to history. A decent woman stood to declare the house cursed. Some feared a moral decline and spoke of the town's decline in faith. Others suggested a Halloween decoration party. The experts warned that if they did nothing, the house would decrease in safety, the decrease in structure obvious. People were deeply afraid that the ghosts would defeat them. One said, "Our only defense is to defend the gate." A storm delayed the next step. The delay made everyone uneasy. A deliberate plan was needed, and the priest moved deliberately through the room. The children found delight in the mystery, and some were strangely delighted when the first safe delivery of food arrived. The crowd began to demand answers and to demand action. The mayor tried to demonstrate bravery but could not deny his fear. One man grew depressed, and his face looked truly depressing in the candlelight. They measured the depth of the cellar and wondered if someone might desert the team. "I deserve a medal if I survive," a woman whispered. Her only desire was to leave. She seemed desperate to escape. The priest began to detail his vision in a very detailed speech. They hoped to detect the evil spirit and maybe dig a hidden tunnel. In the attic, someone found an old disc with strange music. The warden spoke about discipline and asked people not to discount the danger. A dishonest boy tried to scare the group, and the mayor had to dismiss him. Outside, the wind howled like a ghost. The horror at midnight had only just begun.